Hey, it's Monday. We're on lesson number 55 of 70. Miss seeing you guys in person, but here we are. Just some refreshers here. When we have x to a power times x to a power, we add the exponents, and a power of a power is where we multiply the exponents. These three other boxes are new things we're going to fill in by the end of the lesson today. So, we did a little bit of this on Friday. We multiplied, just in general, polynomials times polynomials. Right now we're going to take a look at two terms times two terms and see if we can notice any special patterns. Binomial times binomial. Ready, set, go. X times x, you get x squared. Then x times 7, you get 7x. Used up the x, then 6 times x, we get 6x. And 6 times 7, we get 42. And if we combine those like terms in the middle, I would say we have x squared plus 13x plus 42. Okay? Let's go straight down, left to right. X times x, x squared. Then x times the minus 3, minus 3x. Then minus 5 times x, minus 5x. And finally minus 5 times minus 3 plus 15. And again, like terms in the middle. Minus 3x minus 5x makes minus 8x for the middle term. Here's a plus 3, a minus 5. Well, a times a be a squared. A times minus 5, that's minus 5a. Then 3 times a, that's plus 3a. And 3 times minus 5, minus 15. So we have an answer that simplifies to this. Minus 5 and 3, that's minus 2. Okay. Now, can we generalize anything yet? Notice in all of these you had the letter plus or minus the number in both sets of parentheses. The x or the a plus or minus a number in the parentheses being multiplied. And every one of them, the answer is the variable squared, the letter squared, x squared, a squared. And the number at the end is just the product of the two numbers, 6 times 7, negative 5 times negative 3, and then positive 3 times negative 5. So what's the pattern we might observe about the middle term? If you notice something there, 13 came from adding those middle multiplications, from doing the 7x and the 6x. And the minus 8x came from those middle terms. And even this minus 2 came from adding the negative 5 and the 3. Well, it turns out that the middle term coefficient will be the sum of these two numbers, whatever the two numbers are, if it's just 1x and 1x. Well, I'll say that one more time. If we have a 1x and 1x, or 1a and 1a, or whatever the variable is, if it's just simply the variable, not the variable to a power, or say a 3x and a 2x or something fancy like that, the middle term coefficient will be the sum of the two numbers in the parentheses, 6 plus 7, negative 5 plus negative 3, positive 3 plus negative 5. So the answer to this, when we get done multiplying this, 7 and negative 1 is 6. We should have 6x in the middle. This one, we should have negative 13x in the middle. This one is different. Do you see the difference? It's got a 3 in front of the x. So it won't have 6x in the middle. You'll see when we get there, it's got special behavior. Oh. Again, working left to right, x times x, we get x squared. And then x times minus 1, that's minus 1x. And then 7 times x, that's 7x. And 7 times minus 1, minus 7. Our answer is x squared plus 6x as predicted, and then the minus 7 at the end. Okay? So this should be x squared, and it should be minus 13x in the middle, and it should be plus 22 at the end. But don't take my word for it. Let's multiply it out nice and careful. X times x, x squared, x times minus 11, minus 11x, minus 2 times x, minus 2x, and then minus